welcome to Hot Chocolate Hits. Today I'm going to show you how to make cookies that are perfect for fall. They're flavored with cinnamon and nutmeg, they're soft and thick, and they're full of bits of apples and chunks of white chocolate. If you like apples and if you like apple pie, you will love these white chocolate cinnamon apple cookies. It's National Cookie Month, so I've teamed up with some of my friends from Tastemade and we've come up with a playlist for you that's full of our favorite cookie recipes, and this one is mine. So I will leave a link to the playlist in the description box below, or you can click up here. So now let's get started with making these incredible cookies. You want to start by peeling one medium-sized apple, and I find it's easiest to do this in a spiral motion. And once that apple is nice and naked, you're going to core it simply by slicing off the cheeks. You can also use an apple corer, but I didn't have one, so I'm using a knife. Now simply dice your apple into little bite-sized chunks. Remember, you're going to be using this in addition to chocolate chips, so you want it to somewhat resemble chocolate chips. And I just do this horizontally and then vertically. You want to sprinkle your apples with a little bit of lemon juice to keep them from browning and set them aside while we make that cookie dough. So for the cookie dough, measure out a teaspoon of baking soda and add it to 2 cups of all-purpose flour, followed by half a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, which account for these cookies' soft and chewy texture, a good teaspoon of cinnamon because cinnamon and apples pair beautifully together, and a nice grating of nutmeg, about a 1/4 teaspoon. Now you're just going to whisk these ingredients together until they are well incorporated and set them aside. In another bowl, to 3/4 of a cup of unsalted softened butter, tumble in half a cup of granulated sugar followed by 3/4 of a cup of packed brown sugar, and I love this consistency. Notice how I'm using the packed brown sugar instead of the demerara, and you're just going to cream these ingredients together until light and fluffy. Crack in 1 whole egg and add in half a tablespoon of vanilla extract for that beautiful cookie batter smell. Blend those ingredients together until the mixture is nice and smooth, and then toss in that flour mixture that you had. I like to do this in 3 different batches because it prevents the flour from kind of going all over the place, and then halfway through I'll switch to a spatula because it makes everything mixing a whole lot easier. And may I just mention that my 2 favorite utensils in the kitchen are a whisk and a spatula. Now what are your favorite utensils? Leave your answers in the comments down below. Once the mixture comes together, we're going to throw in the apple chunks, and we're also going to add 3/4 of a cup of white chocolate chips, which add a beautiful sweetness and go really well with the cinnamon. You can also chop up the chocolate yourself if you don't have white chocolate chips on hand. Once the chocolate and apples are well distributed throughout the batter, we're going to cover the bowl with some cling wrap and pop the mixture into the refrigerator for a minimum of 1 hour, but I recommend longer. Do not skip this step as chilling is mandatory. It gives the cookies a better shape and makes them easier to roll. After the chilling time is up, you're going to take 1 tablespoon sized mounds of dough and roll them into a ball with your hands. Then you're going to roll the ball in some cinnamon sugar, which I bought ready-made, but you can easily make it home by mixing a teaspoon of cinnamon with half a cup of granulated sugar. Pop the ball of dough onto a cookie sheet that has been lined with parchment paper, about 2 inches apart, and then pop the tray into the freezer for 30 minutes. Now I know more freezing, more chilling time, but it does help give the cookies a little bit more softer, puffier texture. Then you want to pop these into the oven for 8 to 9 minutes or until slightly golden brown. Immediately after they're out of the oven and still hot, gently push in a couple chocolate chips. These make the cookies so beautiful to look at. And who doesn't like chocolate? But it's totally optional, so it's up to you. Then once they're nice and cool, you're going to plate them up. At this point, your house will still be smelling that warm apple pie with baked scents of cinnamon and nutmeg, and the cookies themselves are so soft and chewy. It's everything that you love about fall, but in a cookie. And I know they're good because my family and friends devoured them. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed learning how to make these apple cinnamon white chocolate cookies. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep up with my videos, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.